Wow, I'm on Etsy now, link in the description. Hey guys, CharrChan here, and today's video I am drawing the PJ Masks. So for this drawing I wanted to draw them kind of with some other design elements, like I've added some design elements to them rather than just sticking to what they look like in the show. And with how I've stylized the faces, you might notice that the a section of the mask around the mouth is like a bit different shaped. Like in the show they have different shapes around the mouth opening section, but couldn't really fit that in with how I'd drawn these, but whatever, doesn't matter. Anyway, so design elements, you'll see that with Catboy I've given him some cat paws as his hands rather than just the human hands that he has in the show. With Owlet, I'll probably be calling Owlet Oilet sometimes because I watched the German dub, so forgive that. Anyway, I gave her some talons on her feet because I thought it would look a bit more cool. Owlet is like kind of difficult to draw sometimes. I don't know what it is, I've never really drawn her in a way that I'm terribly happy with. I quite like how I stylized her here. I like the little talons I gave her on her feet. I also do some markings with the colouring, so you'll see that later. And then when we get to Gecko, he's just Gecko. I did not change a single thing, he's just the same. Yeah. So, I think that's about it for like what I've been doing with the illustrations so far. I'll probably talk a bit about the markings when I get to those. Yeah. I haven't really been watching the PJ Masks as much as I normally, like, I guess I go through phases, go through PJ Masks phases every so often. If you are curious, I did start watching it back when I was in college, so I've been watching it since I was like 16 or 17 years old, and the reason was I wanted a, children's cartoon that I could watch in German without subtitles, because, it's difficult to find the German subtitles. If you were watching a show to learn a language and you already know a bit of that language, it's good to watch it in the language you're trying to learn with the subtitles in the language you're trying to learn. But because I could only find the PJ Masks on YouTube in German, I just didn't have any subtitles, and the auto-generated ones are just awful. So yeah, it's good because they speak. I think I say this in every single PJ Masks video, but it is really good because they speak slowly enough that you can understand them. They don't use any super advanced vocab because it's a little children's show, and it's just really good for learning a language or revising a language you already have learned a good chunk of, like me with German. Yeah. And also it's not boring, the PJ Masks is just an entertaining show, hence why I draw fan art every now and then, because I do enjoy it. I even have little merchandise figures and stuff. My boyfriend even got me a Catboy little articulated figure a few years ago, so that's cute. He sits on my desk. Catboy, not my boyfriend. Anyway. Yeah, you'll see I've got a reference picture in the top corner there, but to be honest I didn't really need it. I think it was more just for colours. Sometimes I went to colour pick something and then I just would completely ignore what I'd colour picked. It just gives me a point of reference for what I'm trying to draw. I've actually tried to record this voiceover a few times and I just wasn't happy with it. Either there was something going on in the background that was distracting me and I couldn't focus on the voiceover, or I just didn't like the voiceover I'd recorded, or I lost what I was saying halfway through. Yeah. Anyway, hopefully this voiceover will be the last one I try to record for this video. Yeah, I've been playing the PJ Masks theme song on my Native American flute. I think that's kind of fun. Maybe I'll post a little cover somewhere. You'll see me flicking between a different Catboy that I drew a few years ago. I don't know if he was a speed paint or not, and that was just so I could kind of remember how I like to draw Catboy stripes, because I don't draw them fully accurately to how they are in the show. He's got some very complex markings for a children's show character, I would say. I mean, it's not super complex, but if a child's trying to draw a cat boy, I think they might have a little bit of a struggle sometimes keeping up with all those stripes. But anyway, I do really like how Catboy turned out, though. I think I might just make some stickers, like, for myself, or just using my printer at home, so I can use him in my journal, because I really like how he turned out. I would honestly not mind making some PJ Masks merch, but it does not sell. That other Catboy illustration you saw, like when I was flicking between it, I made prints of that, just to try and bulk out my stock. I only made 10, and I have not sold a single one. So if you are looking to make merchandise for like a convention table, because that's what it was for, PJ Masks stuff as prints, probably not gonna sell. My Little Pony sells to adults and children, but the PJ Masks, you're not really going to be running into like adult fans who want prints, if I'm honest. Which is sad, because I do like to draw PJ Masks fan art every now and then. Maybe I'll just make the odd print for myself, because I can do that, I guess. Didn't really like how I drew Owlet's little cape details on this. They look kind of bad. Like the feather details in the inside of her cape are just so difficult to draw. Never been able to draw them well. I'm sure if I really focused and spent a long time on it, I'd get it right, but today, or rather yesterday when I finished drawing this, we were not going to be doing all of that. I was just going to leave the eyes as like a solid flat colour, but after I drew Catboy's eyes with the like chunky gradient and then the pupil in the middle, I went, oh, that looks so good, I'm going to do that for all the characters. But it looks best on Catboy, it doesn't quite work as well for Gecko and Owlet. Yeah, I mean, it looks okay. Is there anything else I have to say, really? We are almost at the end of the video. For the background, I just drew some like blobs of colour and then I blurred it, and then I used this like, what do they call it? The urchin spike? I don't know, but like a flash effect that you use for like manga drawing on Fire Alpaca, and that was the background, and there the drawing is done. So there it is. I think it turned out kind of cute. Gecko's pose is a bit off, but whatever, I don't care. Alright, thank you so much for watching. Please do not hit the like button, as that probably hurts and not very nice, so maybe shake his hand instead. With that being said, hope to see you in the next one, and bye!